Hello and welcome to Live Health 247. My dear friend, let me ask you something very simple. Have you ever woken up on a quiet morning, sunlight gently streaming through the window, you place your feet on the floor, and suddenly realize your legs aren't as steady as they used to be? Just a few steps, and it feels like an invisible weight is pulling you down. Climbing a single flight of stairs feels slower, and sometimes you even ask yourself, is age slowly taking away my strength? I've met many patients over 60 who share the same concern. An elderly lady named Margaret once told me her biggest fear was the moment of standing up from a chair, because even a slight wobble made her feel out of control, and the fear of falling lingered with her constantly. But modern science gives us a different perspective. Leg strength doesn't just disappear because we grow older. It fades when muscles are no longer nourished properly, when we let them weaken without doing anything to protect them. And the interesting thing is, sometimes the solution isn't far away. It could be right there on your kitchen table, in the familiar fruits and grains you see every day. I want you to imagine this. If just one small change, adding a fruit or a bowl of grains to your meal, could help your legs regain their strength, would you want to try it? When it comes to leg health, many people immediately think of exercise or supplements. And yes, those are good. But there's a simple truth I often remind my patients. Sometimes the very food you eat every day is the best medicine for your body. I remember one of my patients, Harold, who was 68 years old. He often complained about tired legs, getting out of breath after climbing just a few steps. But instead of prescribing more medication, I advised him to start with something simple, adding fruits and whole grains to his diet. Just a few months later, he came back to my clinic with a big smile. Doctor, my legs feel completely different now. I can walk around the neighborhood without having to stop and rest. So what are those companions? Let's start with blueberries. These tiny berries contain anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that protect nerves and muscles. I often tell my patients, every time you eat a handful of blueberries, imagine you're coating your legs with a protective shield. Many studies also show that blueberries improve balance and reduce the risk of falls, something we all care about at this age. Then comes pineapple. Not only sweet and refreshing, pineapple contains an enzyme called bromelain, which helps reduce inflammation in the joints. I once had a patient with chronic knee inflammation, and she told me that just adding a few slices of pineapple to her weekly meals eased her pain and stiffness significantly. Another fruit I love, kiwi. Small and green, but it's a treasure trove of vitamin C and potassium. Vitamin C helps the body absorb protein more efficiently, while potassium protects muscles from cramps. I want you to think back. Have you ever been out walking and suddenly had a calf cramp? Kiwi is one of the natural remedies that can help ease those uncomfortable moments. And then there are dates, nature's sweet gift. Dates are rich in potassium, magnesium, and antioxidants. More than once, I've suggested my patients swap a few dates for dessert instead of cake after dinner. They satisfy their sweet tooth while nourishing their muscles. And sometimes those small changes bring big results. But the story doesn't end there. Because alongside fruits, there are whole grains that can form the foundation of your leg strength. Think of oats. Every morning, a bowl of warm oatmeal can provide steady energy throughout the day. No spikes, no crashes, just a steady stream of energy that helps you stay resilient. I once told a patient, oats are like a quiet companion. You don't notice the glamour, but you'll feel their power when you climb stairs without gasping for breath. Next is quinoa, also known as the super grain. It's one of the few grains that contain all 9 essential amino acids, a rare, complete source of protein in plants. For older adults, this is vital because muscles need protein to recover and maintain strength. I often joke with my patients, a bowl of quinoa is like a mini gym session for your legs. And finally, brown rice. Not only is it fragrant and chewy, but it also contains B vitamins and manganese, essential nutrients for energy metabolism. In other words, every grain of brown rice is like a tiny battery that helps your legs resist fatigue. I've witnessed many patients switch from white rice to brown rice, and within just a few weeks, they noticed a clear improvement in their walking endurance. You see, sometimes strength doesn't come from expensive pills, but from the simple gifts nature has already given us. blueberries, slices of pineapple, kiwi, a few dates, along with a bowl of oats, a serving of quinoa, or a plate of brown rice. All of these can become the foundation that keeps your legs strong for many more years to come. My dear friend, we've just gone through a small journey together, from unsteady steps to renewed hope through the simple gifts of fruits and grains. And I want you to remember something important. Age is not the end of strength. It is simply a reminder that the body needs to be cared for in a more mindful way. I've met people who believe that once they passed 60, it was too late. But with just a few small changes in their diet, they stood up with lighter legs and walked with greater confidence. One of my patients once smiled and said, "Doctor, I don't need to be young again. I just want to hold my granddaughter's hand and walk in the park without fearing a fall." And in that moment, I knew that leg strength is not just about muscles, it's about freedom, confidence, and the joy of living. So next time you see a box of blueberries, a kiwi, or a bag of brown rice at the store, I hope you remember that it's not just food, it's a gift you're giving to your own legs. If today you choose to do just one small thing, let it be the first step on your journey to regaining strength. Let nature walk alongside you. And believe that every step you take, whether slow or fast, can become steadier. All of the fruits and grains mentioned above play an important role, especially after the age of 60. However, the dosage and way of consumption should be personalized based on health conditions, lifestyle, and diet. You should not overuse or combine too many of them without professional guidance. Listen to your body, get regular checkups, and consult your doctor or a nutrition expert to build a suitable supplementation plan. Thank you for being here and taking the time to listen. Live Health 247 is here to share knowledge and tips for healthy living every day. Don't forget to subscribe, hit like, and share with your loved ones. See you in the next video.